Right, so here we go, guys. This is going to be the list revision. Episode 2 of Am I Competitive Yet for the Blood Angels Tactica series. And this is the list that I use in the first battle report. And it did okay. It did okay. The whole philosophy behind this list was trying to stay fluffy with Assault Marines and things like that. Hence Sanguinary Guard, Death Company, Assault Marines, and of course Interceptors. And I didn't do too bad. A number of things I realised. The Scout Snipers were useless. Didn't really help me at all. So they are going to be getting changed. They're going to be gone from the list. The Sanguinary Guard did do good, but even with the multiple damage, I was rolling a lot of poor rolls for the D3 damage. Slam did very well, but I did do a couple of things wrong. I gave him Warlord trait Artisan of War and the Hammer of Baal, which you can't actually do. So I did make a mistake with that. Realistically, I would have probably still taken Artisan of War for the 4 damage, especially against Nurgle and Death Guard. The Death Company did okay, did alright. They did manage to kill 2 drones, but it wasn't enough. I think maybe he's chucking them against something that's higher toughness isn't really worthwhile. I think you've got to stick to toughness 4 or less with them. So an idea would have been to go after maybe the Plague Bearers, but you know, they were very, very modified to hit, so you know, even with rerolls it still would have been very, very difficult. The Interceptors did good. They were very durable and they laid down consistent firepower from the maximum 18-inch range away. The Assault Bolters did good. Again, consistent firepower from range, just whittling down those troops. Especially, like I said, the Interceptors with them strength 5 guns. The Assault Marines, well, yeah. They didn't do anywhere near as much as what I hoped. They were there purely for filler to make a 3rd fast attack to get the extra single command point. The Priest was good. The Priest obviously made the sword strength 5, which meant that the toughness 5 stuff I was wounding then on 4s, 3s with Blood Angels. It meant that the axes were actually then wounding on 3s, 2s because of Blood Angels. So not too bad. The Lieutenant didn't really do anything. He was there because I needed a 4th HQ to get the extra command point along with the 3 fast attack. So to be honest, I think he's probably going to go as well. I've thought about a couple of things, and the weakness of this list was absolutely multiple damage stuff. I mean, if you look around, the only thing I've got that's multiple damage is the Carmine Blades, 2 Thunder Hammers, and Sergeant Slam. Captain Slam even. That's it. And 2 crack grenade launchers, and that was all that I had, and it wasn't enough. So we are going to have some multiple damage firepower, because obviously this list is very close combat orientated, as it should be with Blood Angels. So with that weakness, I'm going to go away, think about my list, see what I can fit in, and then we'll come back with what I'm going to be taking next. Right, so what I've tried to do is make some subtle changes. So the list hasn't evolved too much, and I'm going to try and see how this works. Now, you'll notice I've still got the Lieutenant over here, Lieutenant Captain Castigon. He is staying in the force for reasons which will become apparent very soon. Now you'll notice here that the Captain, he's lost his Storm Shield, and of course he's now took his helmet off with the splattered Demon Prince of the Death Guard all over his visor. He's sent it for cleaning. So he's still got the Thunder Hammer, but he's now got a bolt pistol instead of the Storm Shield, and that is for point reasons, because I still haven't painted another 5 Scouts, so I'll have to stick with the Sniper ones for the minute. But the reason the Lieutenant is still there is because I've decided to keep hold of these guys, or bring these guys in. The Interceptors with Assault Plasma. Now, whilst they are expensive, I still think they're pretty good. You can keep them off the board, you can deep strike them in, stay 18 inches away. You can deep strike them to within range of your captain and your lieutenant, so you can get the reroll to hits of a 1, and of course the wounds as well. It's absolutely worth overcharging them because you're getting 6 D3 shots within 18 inches. Whereas your Hellblasters, for example, yes, they've got 2 wounds, yes, there's less wounds here, but you get more shots with these guys than a squad of about 8 Hellblasters, I think, for the same points. And yes, you could argue, yeah, Hellblasters would get like double shots at 15 inches, but again, I like these because you can keep them off the board, you can deep strike them in where you kind of need to, and you know, if there is a tougher character or a tougher vehicle at the back that your Hellblasters wouldn't have been able to reach, you can put these down at the side or behind. So that's why I've gone for them. I've kept the main core of it the same, obviously, with the Scouts and the Intercessor Marines. I had to drop 1 grenade launcher because I was 1 point over on the list. Now, you're saying, how have I getting them in exchange for the Assault Marines? Well, Lamarte's had to go, and I've brought a normal Chaplain with a jump pack, and 1 Death Guard. Death Company had to go. So 8's not really the figure that I would want, but I did put a 9th Sanguinary Guard in because I feel that the Sanguinary Guard held up very well. But what I noticed is, even with the +1 strength thanks to the Priest, the axes just didn't cut it. So there's actually now a Power Fist in there as well on the 9th guy. So that should hopefully give that squad just that one little bit more punchiness that it needs. But other than that, the list is almost the same. So I've got some high strength multiple shot weaponry there with the assault bolters. I've got weight of dice, hopefully with the Intercessor Marines. I've got a fair few attacks that can probably, these are kind of going to have to step in between role of hammer and aggravation units. So these guys are going to be the aggravation of the force, go after, finish off those smaller squads whilst these guys soften them up. But here is the Scalpel, the big, tough 9-man squad of Sanguinary Guard with the Ancient, with the Priest, with the Captain as well. So that is the force. Obviously, like I said, I had to drop the Storm Shield for points, but realistically, I can give them Death Visions of Sanguinius and Gift of Foresight to help them stay alive a little bit longer. But ultimately, had I had them painted, I would have took the Combat Scouts and gave him the Storm Shield. So, before my next game, if I do get time to paint up the 5 extra Scouts, I will swap the 5 Snipers for the Storm Shield on him. But that is the new force for the moment. We'll see how it does. I think it's going up against Ian's Dark Angels next. So thanks for watching, guys. Please check out the rest of the channel and, of course, the battle reports that will be incoming with the Blood Angels.